as I said, my name is Mireille and I'm from Rwanda. And I've not always lived in Rwanda. I was born abroad. The history of Rwanda, I think, is very much well known. So millions of us either were born refugees like myself and our parents. And, we lived in different countries, lived in, 4 countries of Africa, including Burundi, the 2 Congos, and later on, I moved to Europe. When I turned 18, I moved to Germany, lived in Cologne for over 7 years, where I studied and got a degree in translation for business and legal translation, and with an exchange with the University of Westminster in London. So I later on got an opportunity to move from Germany to the UK. So I have lived in London for 8 years solidly, and 10 years on and off in between Germany and the UK. So I worked in the city for 4 financial organizations, Moody's being one of them, a brokerage company in Paternoster Square, also in Canary Wharf for Thomson Reuters. Up until 2009, until I relocated or got transferred to Dubai to cover the Middle East. So moving from beautiful sunny London to even sunnier Dubai in 2009, covered the Middle East for Thomson Reuters, previously Reuters, and now Refinitiv. And out of Dubai, lived 5 years there, relocated to Johannesburg, South Africa, to cover the African centers in East Africa, Nairobi, and West Africa in Nigeria. So very much familiar with the city, Canary Wharf, and hearing your beautiful British accent and then sense of humor before. I kind of miss London to some extent. Now, that has been my background. Why Africa? I had left Africa for 20 years. So remember, I left Africa when I was 18, and I only returned when I became 38. And now I'm 44, turning 45 very soon. I can safely assume that I may be the youngest person on this call, which is a fantastic representation of where Africa is right now. Now, what our organization does is that we created, so myself and some partners, we founded Cora Coaching Group, which I am the chairperson of and the CEO of, and that happened in 2015. So relocated in 2014 from Dubai and permanently living in Africa in between Rwanda and South Africa since 6 years ago. So the company was formed then in 2015. We noticed a gap, and the gap was the need for experienced coaches. So we created a coaching academy, which is the first academy in our country. So we train, certify executive coaches, leadership coaches, life coaches, and business coaches, such as Gary here. Now, we did that in 2015 because we realized that there's a lot of import of services from not only neighboring countries that have more developed economies like Kenya, South Africa, Egypt, in North Africa, and Morocco, where the coaching industry is vast. And, we would be importing also services from Europe and North Africa. So long story short, as the first and the leader of the first coaching industry and the coaching industry in Rwanda, we basically are there to serve leaders locally.